So today, just going through Shepherdstown in West Virginia. It's a university town, but a very nice little town. And after that, we're going to head over to Harper's Ferry. Once we get there, I'll give you more information, because it was the key point for the start of the Civil War. So here we're just going downtown now. Considered one of the best places to live in West Virginia if you can afford it. A little bit costly, but it's very nice. This is real old school USA.
Okay, so we're now just on our way into Harper's Ferry. We're a few miles outside. Harper's Ferry is very famous for basically what happened back in 1859. There was a guy called John Brown who was leading 21 men on a raid in the armory. And it was the Federal Army that was in Harper's Ferry at that time. And the aim was to ignite a slave upbringing. He failed, basically, and he was captured by the US Marines under Robert E. Lee and subsequently hanged. And he was turned into a martyr for anti-slavery. During that raid, 18 followers of his, who tried to take over, they was killed, including 2 of his sons. But what was the outcome of it is that it had admiration for Brown's dedication, and this acted as a major catalyst for the American Civil War. If you come down to Harper's Ferry, you will see the museum for him. There is lots talking about his timeline, how things happened down there, and it's just a very famous place. Also in Harper's Ferry is where 2 of the biggest rivers in the area, the Shenandoah is on the right and the Potomac is on the left, where they merge at Harper's Ferry, and then it continues down as the Potomac from there onwards, which carries on down to DC and out into the Atlantic. Harper's Ferry is like on a pinch point. And where the 2 rivers meet, Harper's Ferry is in West Virginia. And as you look out to your right-hand side, you will see Virginia. And to your left-hand side is Maryland. So there's 3 states there. And that's why it was a catalyst for the Civil War, because it was right on the edge. In fact, all around this area, you will see everywhere battlefields from the Civil War. Antietam and Gettysburg are probably the most 2 famous ones. But if you're a history buff and you like to learn about the American Civil War, this area is so rich in it, and it is well worth a visit. And especially if you're on a motorcycle as well, because this area has got amazing roads to ride. There's no flat ones and no straight ones. But I'm diverging. One other point about Harper's Ferry, because it's by these 2 big rivers, it can be prone to flooding. Back in the early 1900s, it indicates there was a major flood here. It rose 36 feet. Now that must be 3 stories high. So you can see a lot of this lower part of the town would have been underwater. But I guess that's what happens when you've got two of the biggest major rivers in the area meeting. Also in Harper's Ferry, Gordon Ramsay came here to do one of his episodes from Hotels from Hell. It was at the Town Inn, which is on the main street. We did pass it coming in. It's on the right hand side. It's slightly elevated off the main street. And he stayed there and did his normal thing that he does in that series and turned it around at the end. But it was quite entertaining. So that's something else to look for if you actually come down to Harper's Ferry.
Busy for this time of year, but oh yeah, absolutely. It's always tied to the weather. But
As you can see, this is a fire station. But when John Brown came here, this was the armory. So this is where the attack and all the fighting took place outside of this building. And that's why the plaque is on the outside. I'm sorry, it's very difficult to read because it's well weathered. So you can see we are approaching what I call the pinch point now. On the left hand side is the Potomac River, you will see shortly. And on the right hand side is the Shenandoah. And this is where they meet. And also the mountains that you can see in front of you on either side is the Blue Ridge. There's also a major rail line that runs through there. I think in the past it was probably passengers, but now it's just freight. And you will see some trains because they did grace our presence while we was down here. But you can see a lot of people come down here. So that's a Potomac there, and the Shenandoah is over there on the right. And where they join, it then continues down as the Potomac all the way down to DC. It's a very beautiful place here. Very beautiful indeed.
I think this guy that I.
making our way out of town now. I saw just now the flooding record here is 36 feet high. Crazy, but I guess where two major rivers meet, that's what happens. As I said, it's a big tourist attraction here. Beautiful place. So if you're in the area, you've got to come visit.
Let's go this way first before we go down that way. I don't know if he had that big one.
Yeah, it is on. Notice.
I was turning the corner, I go, I was this close.
Beautiful location here.
This close. Yeah. So we give Jesse. Thank you. So she is yeah. So we give Jesse. Thank you. So she is